Hello, everybody. So I'm going from Paris, and I wanted, to speak about this phenomenon, worldwide phenomenon, which is about web series, which tells something about the young authors and producers, but then also about the young people as such. Everywhere in each big city are blowing. New festivals about web series. They could be linear, they could be interactive, they could be transmedia, but it's really something important to look at. And I wanted to show you that the French market could be an interesting but not the only playground for web series in terms of these eclectic formats. So I hope the sound will work because I wanted also to show you a lot of pictures instead of speaking a lot. So let's give you some evidence. I just think I could do that, sorry. So the first one is the most famous alternative reality game we around Canal Plus TV series we produced a few years ago. Braco is a really dark series broadcast on Canal Plus, where a band of four cops are making their law against bastards and the police administration. The cops leader is called Kaplan, and I imagine that Mission Braco for the second season could be something more emotional. Everyone in the story is really bad, and the only thing which was human was this really deep friendship that gathers the Kaplan's group of cops. Then I thought it would be a good idea to propose the audience to be part of the group with responsibility during the whole series to give them assistance. So let's have a look at this trailer that shows a man really close to the characters, you'll see that, and who really lived this game, forgetting what was real and what was fiction, actually. Ah no, it's not the good one, sorry. It's not the good one, sorry. I have to go, voila.
Comment ça a commencé? Je me rappelle très bien, j'étais au boulot. Je regardais une bande-annonce de la série Braco. Et tout d'un coup, les images commencent à se brouiller. Et un mec en cagoule me dit que Catania cherche à recruter quelqu'un pour aider son groupe. Franchement, putain, quelqu'un qui a pas démêlé à tout ce bordel. Évidemment, je pense que c'est un canular, voire un coup de pub. Je sais pas, les collègues du bureau qui me font une blague. Mais bon, le mec en cagoule, il se fait insistant. J'espère que c'est pas le seul à pas se casser par le Bertrand. Alors je me dis que j'ai rien à perdre. Donc je laisse mon mail et mon nom. Mais bon, sans trop y croire. En fait, c'est le soir que tout a basculé. Quand je rentre chez moi, je consulte mes mails et là, je vois que j'ai reçu une vidéo de Kaplan lui-même. Salut, c'est Eddy. On m'a transmis ton dossier. Tu m'as l'air solide. On se verra. C'est à partir de là que tout a commencé à changer pour moi. J'étais totalement investi. Une mission permanente. À tel point que ça a commencé à avoir des répercussions dans ma vie privée. Et oui, ma copine a commencé à avoir des soupçons à cause de tous les mails et les textos que je recevais.
C'est qui cette Roxane?
Et Kaplan et son groupe ont commencé à faire régulièrement appel à moi. Mais je devais rester discret, professionnel, efficace.
Alors Stéphane, je vois que ça bosse dur.
Ouais. Jamais j'aurais pu imaginer que ma vie prendrait cette tournure, je pensais que c'était trop tard. Aujourd'hui, tous les jours, j'ai des montées d'adrénaline. facile au début. Mais petit à petit, j'ai réussi à gagner la confiance de chaque membre. Et je pense pouvoir dire aujourd'hui que je fais partie intégrante du groupe Cap. Ah, excuse-moi. C'était où, justement? Ouais, t'es où? Excuse-moi, je suis désolé, faut vraiment que j'aille. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi encore.
So more than 15,000 people joined this experience. More than 60% of beyond them went to the end of the story during 4 weeks. It was really a huge, huge stuff for us to answer all these emails, because when we send emails from one of the character, I mean, people, really had the feeling that it was a real character who entered into a discussion with them. So we had to answer all those thousands of mails, and so it was quite funny. And to produce that, we combined different expertises from gameplay writers to community managers to video directors, and so it was at the end of the day about 15 people involved in this project. Then it's a web series I didn't produce, but which was about this famous 140 characters. So What's the Tough is the first web series in France, where which is about two friends who didn't remember what they did the night before. So that's the beginning of the story. And each day, at the end of the episode, the audience was asking to write a scene within 140 characters they would like to see the day after in the next in the next episode. So the same night, the authors had to select the best idea, then to integrate it within their scenario, and to play it with the actors the day after, during the morning, to be sure that the proper episode will be on air the next night.
Brahim. Brahim Atchoum. Atchoum? C'est un nom de nain, ça, Atchoum.
Oh, arrête tes conneries. Je peux passer te voir 5 minutes?
Ouais, vas-y, viens. Viens te faire cuire le cul, Atchoum.
Quoi?
Bisous.
Voilà. So this one is one I produced last year. It's to give you also an idea that some web series could run all over the world. So it has been written and done by Mathieu Van Eekhout. He's an animation author, and he was a really heavy smoker in real life. But he, when he decided to stop, he wanted to show that smoking is a huge pleasure, especially for this evening cigarette, but also a poison that killed a part of his life. And with a real sense of humor, let's look at this web series. It's actually on YouTube, on air on TV, and it has been financed with a TV channel, the French public funds, CNC, and the League Against Cancer as well. I'm so sorry for the smokers. Okay, last one. Okay, in another genre, a web series which has not been produced by my company. It's really a phenomenon. It's called Noob. It's the most successful web series in France. It has reached more than 65 million views. Gathers 250,000 fans on Facebook. And the series Playground is about and inside video games, which explains that its strong community is among gamers and geek people. So the web series is also a real universe with side to the web series, comics and books. And to give more to the fans, the producer decided to launch a movie entirely financed by crowdfunding, and it really was a huge success, as they collected more than 650,000 euros, and they are playing the movie.
C'est vraiment une licence qui se veut la plus libre possible, une création artistique totalement dépourvue de contraintes. Je veux pas que quand je termine une saison, je sois là à me dire, bah les gars, j'espère que financièrement ça va tenir la route, sinon on n'aura pas de saison 5, 6, je sais pas. Donc il faut que le producteur entre dans ses frais. Bah non, nous, la série, elle génère un certain budget, le budget est réinvesti dans la série, et on perd rien, parce qu'au final, si on n'a pas de budget, bah on reste sur nos acquis, on continue avec le matériel qu'on a, et si on a un peu de budget, on améliore le contenu, tout le monde est content. Donc vraiment, l'idée d'un film noob, c'est de faire quelque chose qui n'a jamais été fait dans la web-série. Allez, bye bye.
Okay, I wanted to show you that because it's a new way today to combine the strengths of a huge community and freedom of the authors. So something else I'm doing, I'm both producer, but I have also channels on YouTube, and this one is dedicated to short comedies. And we decided to open the programming schedule to broad web series. So now the channel is called Rendezvous à Paris around the world. We reached more than 137 subs, free subs, precise, on YouTube, which is not a business model. But right now, we will start in July to broadcast the channel on VOD on the TV box of Orange, which is the main operator access in France, mobile operator as well. And beyond among all the web series we have one which is the most successful called Before. So I will just show you some pictures. It's a kind of Friends à la française.
Bon, c'est bon, on est parti?
Oui, chérie, troisième droite.
Je te préviens, t'appuies sur ce bouton, je...
Viens avec moi, on va dire ton mec.
Oh, it's in France. Just to give you a flavor, it's so about these three best friends. All the episodes is about how they have fun together, but the dramaturgy of the story is what will happen if love happens, and I mean beyond them, and with between two of them, you know, with the risk that their friendship could explode. We did two seasons, and what is interesting, linked to the Noob cases, is that we went to TV channels, we went to the public CNC fund, and to look for money to produce a third season, and nobody wanted to get the web series. So we recently decided, listening to our subs who really wanted this third season, we decided to put a video on air. You'll see just thereafter, to ask the subs if they could be willing to crowdfund, to give money, to help us to finance the third season. And today sorry. That's a video.
On recommence. C'est la partie difficile, celle-là.
On a une surprise pour vous. Ça y est, la saison 3 est en route. On va bientôt pouvoir vous offrir la meilleure saison qu'on ait jamais faite. Alors on a décidé de faire appel à un site de financement participatif. À la fin du mois, on va lancer la plus grande campagne d'appel aux dons de l'année. Merci à tous, je vous fais plein de gibert d'écho et je vous dis à dans 3 semaines sur Rendez-vous à Paris. Ciao.
Okay. What is just interesting, thanks we did that, we received more than 10,000 answers to the questionnaire, which means that we are sure that at least about 50% of the people, also because they are more than 18 years old as well, are willing to help us to finance the series. So from at the end of next week, we will launch the crowdfunding call. To give you an idea also, as web series is quite this phenomenon, it's also, we see what I call social brand content web series. In this case, I guess everybody knows the European mobility program called Erasmus, which helps young people to travel all around Europe, but also the world, to study or work. And the European countries have decided to open this program to all the young people, and not only those who have degrees. And this web series, I show you quite quickly, is about the fact that we tell people right now that it will be open, this program will be open to all the apprentices.
Oui, ça fait toujours un petit peu bizarre la première fois. Lui, c'est toi. Toi dans quelques mois. Hop. Alfredo, un piatto di penne alla romana, per favore.
Con grande piacere, bella donna. Si chiama zocchi. Sono due zocchi. Mamma insegna a cucinare, così si cucina le cose. Ecco! Vuoi fare l'amore con me stasera? E je parle italien?
Voilà. So it's really a brand content, we could say, a web series, but using the YouTube comedy codes, let's say, and it has been quite a real success for the program.
C'est le groupe français le plus connu au monde, mais personne ne leur demande.
Now this one is not translated in French, but it was also to show you new ways to speak about people. This web series is really dedicated to really famous people in the world, not only in France. And you can have a look just on the way it's telling, which is not the way we see on the People magazines, let's say. Okay, have to go quick, I guess, right now.
Quand la presse anglaise qualifie leur musique de Daft Punk, soit punk idiot, ils reprennent le nom à leur compte. Peut-être parce qu'ils ont de l'humour, à moins qu'ils ne parlent pas bien anglais. Ou alors qu'ils s'en fichent comme de leur première compile sur cassette.
Okay, I have to go quick right now. So then the question could be who is financing all that? Of course, the money, was and is still rare, and the quality are quite unequal. But in France, we have some players we really invest right now, like a decision Canal Plus has taken a few months ago because they have to compete with Netflix, and so they have decided to finance quite heavily digital series for their Canal Play offer, which is their SVOD offer, side to France Télévisions and Arte, which was playing a real role. But then brands and other players are really interested in this phenomenon. So, and then back to maybe more anticipation to the future. We are working on a 3D and VR, virtual reality animation digital series. It's about a man, who has killed his wife and lover and her lover. But you are in the deny, and you try at the very beginning to avoid this evidence, and you will reinvent yourself another story. So I just can tell you, I just show you some ambience of the story, the universe, let's say. And for us, what is interesting in terms of storytelling, it's thinking about that virtual reality. Nonetheless, will give you the way to be 360 degrees. But for us, the most interesting is to work with what I call audio and visual stimuli by writing the story that will make you rotate your head at the good moment of a story. So you are this guy. That's not in, that's in 3D, but not in 360, because on a screen like that, it's not very interesting. But you'll see some demonstration after then. And from this story, as we will be in the head of the guy, we will see his dreams, flashbacks of his life with his wife, but also the reality he's living. Back on the road, and that's the end. Thank you.